Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. As important and as intense as this rivalry is, guys, it's usually one of the cleanest games of the season.
The thing about this game every single year is for so many years, it has national championship implications. Two great teams going at it in the same state. One thinks they're so superior. One gets looked at like down through the bottom of their nose. Like, this is a rivalry that means so much to all people in Alabama.
On the national landscape and also in the Heisman Trophy discussion, think about the legends that were almost created because of their performance in this game. Cam Newton at Auburn, Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram at Alabama, Devontae Smith. This game just simply means more.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all three facets of the game.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see what the Tigers respond with.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the returner will be knocked down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking everything.
And the ball is picked off, bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's loose. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
After misfiring, it's second down. Scanning the field, it's Pitts. He finds his man. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
First down for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going up top on first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Dropping back, it's Pitts. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Right on target this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit-stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Some misdirection with the counter. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front the point of attack.
Here comes that Alabama offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Keep bringing the heat like that, you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
It's caught, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Caught behind the line. It's Bernard. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some...
A shot toward the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. A first down for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on second down here. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. He wants to throw. Coming after him. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you...
He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Pitts. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10. Touchdown Tide! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. One more snap coming before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, from Tuscaloosa to the Plains, there are some ornery folks and some emotional fan bases enjoying a soda pop and a lot of trash talk in this battle between the Tide and War Eagle. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question.
Flying out to the left. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Snags it quickly on the left. Still running at the 40. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The offense set for a first down play. Pulls and fires complete to the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to pass. It's Pitts. Forced out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Getting some heat. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall in.
You know, that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama.
Touchdown, Alabama. Number 1. All today in the end zone.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Wide out in motion. This is a designed run. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31, Auburn, 17.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Yeah, big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
On to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Dropping back, it's Pitts. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Turns it on in midfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And that's the 2nd time he's gotten to the quarterback following the legacy of those great Crimson Tide pass rushers like Will Anderson, like Ryan Anderson or Tim Williams or the great. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Pressure coming. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can get back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Second down now after the sack.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got it behind the line. It's Kane. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. They'll run for it on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Offense set on 1st down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Got enough for the 1st. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football.
Touchdown Tide! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 99, set to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. 1st down here for the offense. The run to the left. Fighting off the defender. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.